All right, guys. You saw the thumbnail. You know what we're about to get into. Today is Monday, um, October 14th of 2024. This is a bad case of the Mondays, of course. But first off, comment on the comment section below. Like this video, share me with your friends and all that good stuff. So, all right, so we're just gonna get right into it. Okay, so for those of you who are my Detroit fans out there, and you saw the game, wow, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting, I was expecting not a total blowout, but what I wasn't expecting was I was expecting a blowout. I was not expecting a blowout. 47-9. And the fact that the Lions beat the Cowboys 47-9, that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? That definitely says a lot. And first off, as a Lions fan, as a true Lions fan, I want to say congratulations to the Lions, to the Lions game. All right. So I'm not gonna exactly play by play per se, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna get right to it because, to be honest with you, this is something. Well, this is news coming from a source that I looked up. We got a couple people in the building. You got Sam, hey Sam. Um, Zombie 375. What's good with you? All right. All right. So a lot of people are probably wondering: is it over for the Lions? Is our streak, is our chances of going into the playoffs, into the Super Bowl, is it over with? And you know what's funny? What's funny is that here's the thing. Okay, we only lost one game so far. Okay, but at the same time, yes, we did lose a key to a great successful team. Yes, we lost Aiden Hutchinson, who in the third quarter apparently has gotten injured. I think he was trying to stop Dak Prescott, I think, in a play, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he snapped his lower leg. So he had to been rushed to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And to answer your question, I would have to go with Bills because I'm also a Bills fan. Arno. Um, so, all right. So there are people that are saying that, oh, well, without Hutchinson, Lions don't stand a chance. Without Hutchinson, the our dreams of going to the Super Bowl is over with. Well, hold up a second. Let me school you on something. Here's the thing. Now, in game two, let's go back to game two for a second, where the Lions faced the Buccaneers. Okay, so that was a pretty close claim. Okay, and to be honest with you, the Buccaneers, honestly, to be honest with you, they played a good game. Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they have my almost respect right now. You know what I'm saying? They're doing their thing. But as far as the Lions, we could have potentially won that game. It was so many mistakes. More, it's not so much the defense side because we caught a couple of interceptions, and then Aiden Hutchinson 5 sacks. Okay, but it was more the offense. The offense, we couldn't get our connections together. So where do you blame? Who takes the blame? I say it's more the offense. There was a couple of catches that we could have had. Okay, there was a few opportunities that were missed, but at the same time, really, to be honest with you, Hutchison 5 sacks, and we still lost. Now, let's fast forward. Now, I'm not going to go as far as saying Hutchinson has been quiet. He's been doing his thing, but you don't hear him, sacking as much. I don't think he has sacked I don't think he had too many sacks within, the last couple of games that we had. But here's the thing, though, and my thing is this. The way I see it, and everybody is treated like as if Hutchinson is like the man that's going to help us win and go to the Super Bowl. Okay, hold on a second. The last time I checked, what about the offense? You have heavy hitters on the offense. You have St. Brown. You have Laporta. You have Jahmyr Gibbs. You have David Montgomery. You got two running backs that's sharing the load equally. You got Jameson Williams. And now you got Tim Patrick. You know what I'm saying? And even, Khalif Raymond or Penei Sewell. You know what I'm saying? We got heavy hitters. Now, people are acting like, oh, without Agent Hutchinson, we're not going to go anywhere. Well, no, that's not true. Because when Aiden Hutchinson was charted off, okay, when he had that injury, when he sustained that injury, what happened? What happened to the Cowboys? If anything, they fell apart even worse. If anything, we used what happened with Hutchinson. We used that kind of to our advantage, and it made us a lot stronger. We came together and we won for our fallen brother. And it's just frustrating that every single time you go on social media, no offense, they're treating this man like he's God, which he's one of our best defensemen in the NFL. Granted. However, the thing is, since now, and I'm going to get to Hutchinson's latest condition. I'm going to get to that. So, if Aiden Hutchinson's out for the rest of the season, which he may or may not be, the defense has to step it up. The offense as well, too, also has to step it up. Now, for the past 2 or 3 games, I've noticed they've been doing some trick plays, which that was very effective. We took it down the Seahawks, which they were undefeated for a minute, and then we got revenge on Dallas, which they beat us last year. So now we got Minnesota. Now we're facing this upcoming Sunday, a Minnesota team that is undefeated. You have Aaron Jones as their running back, which he's a beast. I will give him that. And then you also have Jefferson, one of the best wide receivers they have. And then you have a possible TJ Hawkinson, who is their tight end, might be debuting, is coming back off an injury. There's a strong possibility. Don't know yet. But let's go back for a minute. Let's go back for a hot second. Now, before the Lions gotten good, we were known as the 0-16 team, right? We was known for that. We didn't get our connections together. We were all mumble jumble all over the place. Now, this is my theory. Once we traded T.J. Hawkinson, our tight end, and he went to the Vikings, all of a sudden, the Lions gotten good. We won some straight games in a row. I believe we won 6, if I'm not mistaken. We won some straight games, and we almost clinched the playoffs. We was close. We were close. But that next year, We made some moves, and we made it to the playoffs finally. We definitely made it to the playoffs. This year, in my honest opinion, I believe we're going to go to not only the playoffs, but I feel like we're still going to the Super Bowl. I think we're going to go to the Super Bowl. I think, me personally, without Hutch, even without Hutchinson, I think we could still do it. Now, I want to give you just in case you don't know, I want to give you an update on Aiden Hutchinson real quick. So, this is what I've searched on. So, I've done my little research. Okay, so now the latest on Aiden Hutchinson. So, as most of you guys know, he had been transferred to the hospital, due to that leg injury. So he ended up having getting emergency surgery, which you're gonna have to do that. There's no other choice in the matter. You couldn't airlift him back to Michigan. You just couldn't. There's no way in hell. I mean, because any later, I mean, who knows what would have happened? You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, sources say that Aiden Hutchinson is more than likely done for the rest of the year. As he sustained an injury, he fractured his tibia, and his fibula. Now, as Dan Campbell says, he says that the surgery went great, but he's not exactly ready to declare him out for the whole season. So, whenever Dan Campbell says that, now this is where our great medical personnel, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have the best doctors. He's going to go through intensive therapy. Now, just because they're possibly saying that he's going to be out 4 to 6 months, and just because of that, that don't necessarily mean, because Aiden Hutchinson, he's still young, and his body, his bones is still strong enough. So if I had to guesstimate, it's a possibility he could be out for the rest of the year. That's the strongest possibility. But I'm going to keep an open mind that I feel like he's going to be out until, if we make it to the playoffs, if and when the Lions make it to the playoffs. I think he might be back by playoff time. That's what I feel. And if we do make it to the Super Bowl, I think he might be back in time for the Super Bowl. Now, it's going to take some extensive, physical therapy. It's going to take, once he gets walking, great enough again, then he's going to be, he's going to be in tip top shape. You know what I'm saying? So, where the injury took place, it took place during the third quarter. And mind you, the Lions were still up. Lions were still winning. They were still slaughtering the Cowboys. And, as a result, the Lions won 47-9. And the hospital that he was at Baylor White Medical Center, which he had to have, again, emergency surgery. And the good news is that the surgery went well, according to sources. And Dan Campbell, he's not counting him out. So it could be a possibility he could come back, by playoff time. It's a possibility. But we'll definitely, throughout the whole season, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. And who knows? He may come back. And then, if he does come back, now the question is, will he come back in a limited capacity, or will he come back fully? Because now at this point, now you need somebody else to fill that void. But here's the thing. When we talk about Aiden Hutchinson is one of the best people on defense, one of the best in the NFL, I believe that. But what does that say, too, about our offense as well? because people don't really talk about Montgomery like that. People don't really, but Jameson Williams, people talk about. Amon St. Brown. You know what I mean? But we have the weapons in the offense. We are missing that one key element in the defense, but I feel like the defense is going to have to step it up. They're going to have to step it up. The offense, they definitely going to have to step it up in its place. And the way I see it is that it could be done. It definitely could be done. And then when people are saying, "Oh, well, rest in peace, Hutchinson. Rest in peace to the Lions," it's like, no, 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 no. Are you a Lions fan or not? Because I hate people like that. Because when you say shit like that, that means you're not confident in your team. And when you're not confident in your team, then you don't need to be playing. You don't need to be watching football at all. You really don't. You know what I'm saying? And even Buffalo, 2 games in a row, they've been pretty sloppy. I'm not gonna lie. But right now, they're winning 7-3. Thank you all now. And welcome to my channel, by the way. They're winning 7-3 right now. Now that's the Josh Allen I'm talking about. So here's the thing. Do I count the Lions out? No, I don't. As a big Lions fan, I think they could still make it. They got to go now. This is most critical. From here on out, this is critical. This is a very critical moment for the Lions right now. You lost your star player. You lost one of your star players. He's out for the rest of the year. Now, you're going to have to, the defense and the offense, going to have to kick it up a notch. And I see where Jared Goff is now throwing long passes now, which that was a big issue with the offense. That was a big issue with him. He wasn't throwing enough long passes. And when he did, he either overthrew it or underthrew it. But now, when I see it, he's throwing it just right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's throwing it just right. He's throwing it perfectly. It was, I believe it was in the first or second quarter, they did this trick play, which it was so effective. I think first he tossed it to St. Brown. I think he tossed it back to Jared Goff, and then he threw a long pass to Sam Laporta, which was his first touchdown of the season. Now, Sam Laporta could easily be a wide receiver. He could easily be. You know what I'm saying? And he's very good. When he has the size, he could be a great wide receiver. Now, can he run? I'm not saying he's the best runner, but at the same time, as far as the long passer, he could break a couple of tackles now. Like, you could tell he's been practicing a little bit more with that. And I don't think the tight ends are not known to break, tackles like that. But Laporta, he kind of plays like a wide receiver in a sense. So my thing is this. We got a critical game coming up this Sunday against a team that is undefeated, which is the Vikings. Now, if we're going to win, this is what we have to do. We're going to have to kick it up a notch. The defense, without Aiden Hutchinson, the defense is going to have to definitely step it up. They're going to have to definitely have to channel. They have to pretend, if you have to pretend that Aiden Hutchinson's there right next to you to cheer you on, then that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to find it in your heart. If you want to win, you're going to have to find it in your heart. You're going to have to find it somewhere. You're going to have to dig deep. Because the more deeper you dig, the more you're going to be successful. You're going to have to find a way to stop Aaron Jones or Jefferson or whoever's on that team. You're going to have to find a way. And the moment Vikings start slipping, that's where you got to capitalize. Dig deep and capitalize. But here's the kicker, though. The kicker is, during the Dallas game, we talk about Aiden Hutchinson being the key. Yes, he is a key factor into our successful team. But let's stop right there. When he was charted off, not only we still scored, but we caught 2 more interceptions. But nobody talks about that one. See, nobody talks about it. And why? Because they don't talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. But let's talk about it. You had 2 more interceptions. You had the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm pretty sure it's probably Cowboy fans on my channel, and they probably wondering, what the hell, Cowboys? You're supposed to beat the Lions. Well, as of lately, and I've been paying attention to the Cowboys. The Cowboys so far this season has been playing pretty sloppy. They've been playing sloppy. They haven't really been solid so far this season. Even with a couple wins. I don't think they're very solid. They weren't like that last year. Last year they were solid. Now, could I say that could they go to the playoffs again? They gotta have to find something, because it's so many opportunities that the Cowboys could have had in certain games that they blew it somehow. It was just slop. And I don't know what the hell Dak Prescott is doing. He's just been playing sloppy. You got your main man, CeeDee Lamb. He's pretty fast. And I'm pretty sure he's been open, but why are you not? If it's like this, if you have to just pass it to CeeDee Lamb just to get some downs, then that's what you probably most likely gonna have to do. But at the same time, how long is that gonna work? Because now it's like, Dak, you gotta do something. Now, Jared Goff, I will say this, he stepped up his game a lot since that loss against the Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers, they have almost suspect. And even Lions Den, they play kind of slop too. I admit. You know what I'm saying? And now Jared Goff is now averaging 20 to 25 points in fantasy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure whoever has Jared Goff in their fantasy, I know it's jumping for joy. Now, I believe Jared Goff, he could keep going. And now that Aiden Hutchinson's out, now the Lions is coming for blood. This is personal. This ain't some, this will be the same Lions. Let me break this down to you. If we beat the Vikings next week, NFL teams is going to be on high alert right now. Now, let's fast forward to the Thanksgiving game, which we go against the Chicago Bears, which Chicago Bears is very solid this year. I will give them that. They have one of the best defense in the NFL. One of them. I say one of them. A tough defense to break. However, we have the curse. We haven't won Thanksgiving for several years. And if we win on Thanksgiving Day, the NFL, those motherfuckers in office in the NFL, they better take notice, because this is not the same Lions. This is not the 0-16 Lions or 6-6 Lions. This is a potential Super Bowl driven team. And the reason why I say that is because I believe in the Lions. I believe that they can go all the way. And when they go all the way, you better watch out. Guess what? Once their mind is set, that is it. The trick plays that they've been doing, that needs to continue. Not just 3 games. That needs to continue. All it all accounts. I don't care who we play. We could play the suckiest team. Hell, we toyed with the fucking Cowboys. We toyed with their ass. We was just playing around, toying with them. Unfortunately, Aiden Hutchinson, the way I see it, Aiden Hutchinson, he sacrificed his body, his whole body, just so we could win. And a lot of people, it's not registering a lot of people. Now I get it. You want to go to the social media and say, "Oh, prayers for Hutchinson, prayers for Hutchinson, prayers for Hutchinson." He got injured. But I'm sick and tired of those motherfuckers who saying "Rest in peace, Hutchinson," or "Prayers for Hutchinson," prayers for overdoing the whole prayers for Hutchinson. Stop acting like Hutchinson is dead. He's not dead. He's alive and well. He's coming back. Now, this is a test right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is a test. This is the ultimate test right now. Now, it was unfortunate that, yes, he was hurt. He was hurt severely. However, it is not an ending career injury. Let's keep that in mind. It's not it's just the end of the year. Most likely, yes. But I am keeping an open mind. I think he'll be back before the playoffs or at some time during the playoffs. I think so. If he's willing to fight, he's a fighter. We are fighters. So my message to the Lions fans, and my message to the Lions team, the whole Lions team right now. Lions, so far, this is what you got. You guys are all you guys have right now. You guys are doing such a great job. Keep that momentum up. Hell, not only do it for Hutchinson, but do it for yourselves. Because at the end of the day, if we make it to the Super Bowl, who are we going to go against? We could possibly stop them. Now, people are saying that it may be Lions versus Chiefs. Now, let's see. We have beaten the Chiefs before. Last year, we beat the Chiefs before in their first game against us. It was Lions versus Chiefs. And we beat them. We beat them. And I'm not gonna go as far as saying Patrick Mahomes looks sharp this year, which to me, I don't think he looks sharp. But he got his peoples. He got his peoples with him. But I'm not saying as a quarterback he looks sharp. I don't think he looked too sharp. I think if anything, hell, we got. Even hell, I even do you one further, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Jared Goff looks a little bit more sharper than Patrick Mahomes. I even do you one further. Lamar Jackson, C.J. Stroud has been looking sharp. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it. And another team, the Texans are another team that the NFL needs to take notice, because I think they lost one game, and that was against the Vikings. So the way I see it, and a friend asked me, would you rather the Lions win against the Dallas or against Minnesota? I say, well, I'd rather them win against Dallas. Minnesota, I don't know. They got weaponry, but somehow, some way, they pull stops. Now, Lions. Now you have an edge. Now that Hutchins is out, now we gotta get another person in this place, and they're working on it. Or if they have it, or if they got somebody already, and whoever that person is, he better have the same connection. If not, he better be just as motivated as Hutchinson was. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. It's just unfortunate that it has to come to this, but this is going to give the Lions more ammunition than anything else. You know what I'm saying? It's going to give them a way more ammunition. Because if we do beat the Vikings, I want all the teams, all the NFL teams, they gonna be on notice because Lions is coming for blood. They coming for everybody. It's the NFL versus the Lions at this point. Now, if we do beat the Browns or the Chicago Bears, I should say, we would definitely be coming for blood. Now the NFL now at this point takes notice. It's a possibility. This may be our year. That this may be the Lions' year that we may go to the Super Bowl. And you know what? The way I see it, I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what's going to happen in the Super Bowl. I don't know. I can't. It's too early to predict right now. If we were to go to the Super Bowl, even if they lose, I'm still proud of them because at least they made it. It'll be great if we won. It'll be great. But even if I'm thousand miles away, I'm still rooting for my Lions. All right, we're gonna go into the comments section real quick. Um, yeah, I saw that Buffalo 7-3, and they're playing. Well, yeah, they're playing against the Jets, which that's even the Jets. They're not doing so hot either. Not like that. I feel like either it's gonna be a blowout or it might be close, if that, or probably a couple of touchdowns. I know Buffalo's gonna win that one. And if Buffalo don't, then there's an issue there's an issue. Deadpool fanatic. What's good with you? Um, have I seen Terrified 3? He asked. Yes, I have. I just saw that yesterday. Very gruesome. Expect a review on it pretty soon. Tony says, "Damn, Mike, you came back from the abyss." Yeah, I'm back. I'm pretty much back. I uploaded some videos on my channel yesterday and today. No, not yesterday and today. A couple days ago. So definitely check those out. Lions versus Taylor Swift at the next Super Bowl. That's what I'm thinking. Yep, it may be. I mean, Taylor Swift, God. They better not be on that bullshit saying that, oh, the Chiefs is going to win because of Taylor Swift. Fuck that. Mm-mm. I'm not. Nope. I'm barfing as I'm talking. Um, Sam says not into sports. Well, that's fine if you're not into sports. Tony says, I wish my Browns stepped up this year, but another shitty year. Should have let Joe Flacco leave and should have never traded for Watson. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Cleveland, oh, man, I feel bad for y'all, honestly. Um, Ew. What is y'all record right now? I'm curious. What's good, Sam? Um, So the way I see it, I'm gonna conclude with this. I feel like I feel like it's this. Just because Hutchinson is out, that doesn't mean we're gonna be shitty. That doesn't mean that um, our year's over with. It's not over with. This is just it's a setback, yes. But are we gonna? But the question, and I'm pretty sure there's growing concerns. Well, is this gonna be a setback for everyone? Because are we gonna are we gonna start losing? I don't think we are. I don't think we're gonna start losing. I think if anything, this will motivate them more. Now, if we stay on that path, as we stay on that motivation, the more motivated we are, the better we're gonna be. And if anything, I think the Lions are doing just fine. I think they're doing great. You know what I'm saying? And this is just, yes, it's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, the show must go on. We gotta just get focused. We gotta get our head back in the game, just like we did in the third quarter, towards the end of third quarter and fourth quarter. We were still scoring. We were still catching interceptions. If we continue to do that throughout this whole season, I think we'll be all right. We're gonna definitely clip, and we're not talking about clipping the playoffs. We definitely going right into the playoffs. Easy access, no questions. That's like bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we are number one, not in the league, but we are number one Detroit's number one in the division, in our division right now. We're number one, and we're gonna maintain that. We're gonna maintain that number one spot. We definitely, we definitely got a good set of guys. We got everybody from the defensive team. We got everybody from the offensive team. As long as the rest of us stay healthy, then everything will be great. Everything will be good. We just got, excuse me, we got to continue to stay healthy. We got to continue to thrive. We got to continue to want to win. And the more we want to win, the more chances we're going to get to the playoffs and to the Super Bowl. Now, we may be going up some tough teams during the playoffs. You know what I mean? We may go against San Fran again with a possible healthy McCaffrey. But if San Fran somehow, some way gets kicked out, doesn't make it, well, we don't have to go through San Fran. Who knows? You know what I mean? San Fran's not doing so hot either. Now without McCaffrey, they're not. Who they got? They got what? Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel Sr. You know what I'm saying? Like, who they got? I'd rather have the underrated teams. I'd rather have like um the teams that are like the underdogs, like the Houston Texans. Now I know the Lions. We going against the Texans, which that's another favorite team of mine. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't be mad if we lost against them. And also, we're going against the Bills too later on, which I would not be mad either. So, it would be ideal to win the rest of our games throughout the season. But there's a such thing as having an off week. And, most players or, most teams do. We just had that off week with the Buccaneers. That's what we had. We could have won. We beat the Buccaneers before. We beat them in the playoffs. But somehow we couldn't do it this time around. Even with 5 sacks, we couldn't do it. But, you know, can we if the Buccaneers go, can we do it again? I think this might be a revenge tale. Now, here's the downfall with the Vikings. Since we beat the Vikings last year, and the Vikings is pretty much 5-0 right now. This might be a revenge tell them damn selves. Keep in mind, this might be they might get revenge on us. You know what I mean? And then including a maybe possible healthy TJ Hawkinson. So this might be a revenge tale for them. I don't know. It might be. But all the Lions have to do, they have to find one mistake that the Vikings do. They have to open they have to they have to open something. They have to capitalize whatever mistake the Vikings will. See, I feel like the Vikings it might be a possibility they might be afraid of us. Because now, since we slaughtered Cowboys, who's to say we can't slaughter the Vikings? Because the Vikings had it too easy. The Vikings, a few of the games, Chump wins. Chump. Chump wins. Most of them. They got it easy. But until they play the Lions. And the offensive team is it is loaded with guys. But I don't even think they're gonna know who Jared Goff is gonna pass it to, because at times I don't even know who Jared Goff is gonna pass it to. But I know the first thing when they go do the running position, when they're going through the running position, I already know it's David Montgomery, Jimmy Gibbs. But at this point, Jared Goff now is becoming more unpredictable by the second. He's becoming more unpredictable when it comes to the passing, because I don't know who the hell he's passing it to. It's like, who's he passing it to? And then I hear Tim Patrick. I'm like, who? Who the hell's Tim Patrick? And he's like the third choice for a wide receiver. Now he is available on the fantasy. Now, would I pick up Tim Patrick? I would pick him up. And if he'd probably be my third choice to pick him up if all my other wide receivers are out or on buys. That's who I most likely would pick up. Because Tim Patrick, he's a good wide receiver. He's kind of impressed me so far. I don't think he scored. I don't even think he scored a touchdown. But at the same time, when it comes to the plays and getting open, he's doing such a great job with that. So we are fully loaded right now, ladies and gentlemen, in the offense. And the defense, we also, minus Hutchinson, also fully loaded. We just need one replacement. And that replacement could be that person is going to help us get to the playoffs and to the Super Bowl. So right now, we're sitting fine and we're sitting pretty right now. Not too many injuries. Knock on wood. So, the way I see it, right now, Hutchison's resting. He's going to recover. I still think it was a good day yesterday. It's a good day for Detroit overall. It's a very good game. And it will be more greater games to come. So, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to watch this Buffalo. Well, actually, see the highlight. Not even see the highlights, but I have them on my fantasy. I have them on my fantasy. So I'm curious to see what Buffalo Bills are doing. They better be doing pretty good. So, what we got coming up on this channel is there's gonna be some more movie reviews. I'm thinking about reviewing Terrifier Part 3, which I saw yesterday, so that's gonna be coming in the near future. And I have not forgotten the Diddy video that I am going to do. And that's one motherfucker I am going to tear apart. So be warned, due to the graphic nature of this program, the parental discretion is strongly advised. Anyone under 17 cannot see this video because I will be going off. This will be more of a rant than anything else. So, yeah, this is probably be the most rant I probably have done. So that is definitely coming up. The Diddy video that is definitely this upcoming week. Now there has a couple people has been interested in coming on live and doing it with me. So I will see about that. So that Diddy video will be definitely coming up. I am getting cliff notes, and I'm going to take plenty of notes. So, with that being said, a lot of things on this channel is definitely coming up. It might be a busy week this week. So, with that being said, you guys take care. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for coming on here and watching me ramble about the Lions and stuff like that. So, with that being said, you guys have a good night and have a pleasant tomorrow. Peace out.